Welcome to Diplomacy India's special program on face-to-face with the ambassador. I am B. Jha, and today we have with us as our special guest Mr. George de la Roche. His Excellency, the Ambassador of Republic of Guatemala in India. Welcome, Your Excellency, to our program.
Thank you very much.
The first thing we'll know from you is, as Ambassador of the youngest embassy in New Delhi, how do you describe your experience in upgradation of bilateral relations between India and Guatemala?
Thank you very much. I'm absolutely delighted to be your special guest today. Thank you very much for inviting me to this interview. I might say that we are indeed the youngest Latin American embassy. I believe the newest embassy in India is Latvia.
Okay.
And they've just opened up their embassy here in Vasavihar. So yes, we are the youngest Latin American embassy. And I'm the first resident ambassador from Guatemala. We have, as I have explained to my colleagues in the past, we have a Look East, Act East policy in Guatemala also. And under that umbrella and on that platform, we have decided to open embassies in the important countries of Asia. And of course, how could we not have an embassy in India? So maybe it was about 4 years ago that the drive reinitiated for you to open an embassy in Guatemala and for us to open an embassy here in India. We have been set up in India for 2 years now, and you have had an embassy in Guatemala for about three and a half years. Having being the first resident ambassador gives us a great opportunity and a carte blanche, really, to take the bilateral relationship at every level to a different grade. So I'm absolutely delighted and privileged to be in your country, meeting wonderful people like yourselves, enjoying the cuisine, enjoying visiting places. I've been many places in India. And I hope to visit even more.
So sir, from being the ITEC partner country since 1997-98,
yes,
being the part of SICA consulting process,
yes,
in developmental projects, how did bilateral relations exactly grow? How
yes,
they have grown?
Yes. India places, and correctly so, India places a lot of emphasis and importance on the relationship between India and SICA. SICA is a Spanish acronym for Sistema de Integración Centroamericana, which is basically the Central American integration. And that comprises 8 countries in Central America and the Caribbean, because it includes the Dominican Republic and Belize. And together we're a community of about 40 million people, if not more. So that relationship has its own dynamic. And recently, your most distinguished Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, retired General V.K. Singh, was in Guatemala meeting the foreign ministers of the SICA countries. And I was, of course, privileged to have been part of that agenda also. And that, again, that takes a relationship to a different level, because this has been happening every 2 to 3 years, these meetings of foreign ministers.
Okay.
Under the ITEC program, India has been very generous and has just offered to increase the number of ITEC scholarships for the SICA countries. So we're very pleased about that. I was just last month at a graduation of a Guatemalan who was here in Noida, and he graduated from the NISBAD school there.
Okay.
And I was very happy. He was very happy. He had received a diploma in rural administration.
Great.
And yes, it was very good. He was very happy. And all this, of course, is paid for completely by the Indian government. So we're very appreciative and thankful for that.